Well, I think that when you look at Travis Scott having pled guilty to reckless conduct charges, you look at Travis Scott was arrested again in 2017, encouraging fans in Arkansas to bypass security. When you look at Live Nation as a corporation, knowing they are engaging a artist that has a propensity to create mayhem and create a disregard for safety, you have a huge degree of negligence that has resulted in death. And they deserve to have not only their civil cases heard, but they deserve to have our criminal investigators, law enforcement look at this much further.
Criminal is completely different. The criminal standard is beyond a reasonable doubt, and it's a criminal standard as opposed to a civil standard, which is what we call a preponderance of the evidence. And a preponderance of the evidence entitles us to a verdict in a civil case, what's more likely than not, and it entitles us only to money damages, where a criminal case is beyond a reasonable doubt, and actually the governmental agency bringing the case would be asking for incarceration, would be asking for criminal-type penalties. In terms of dealing at similar events, the reality of it all is that there haven't been similar events in the past in New York where there's been a big concert and an entertainer calling for lawlessness and people jumping and people raging because the entertainer is calling for that. So I can't say I've had a past Travis Scott-like case. Nobody has. Those don't exist. That's what makes this such a unique situation. Although clearly the venue and the artist are responsible, just as they would be under general negligence principles of providing a safe place for people to come, view, watch, and enjoy the show.
I think that the public and everyone who likes to go to concerts, I think this case, this situation on Friday is one where it's going to behoove everyone to second guess what security is in place, what plans are in place, and I think it will behoove everyone to make sure that there are stricter controls over, one, who can perform on stage, especially if you've already had a bad record. Two, what kind of private company is going to want to contract with performers that they know are dangerous, that have a known history of being dangerous and inciting crowds. And I think that there has to be a better protocol in place to protect the public. So I hope that's something that the public learns, and I hope that all these institutions associated with live performances take this to heart and begin to have these changes immediately.